Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Archaludon. I think that's how the casters over the past two regionals have called it. Archaludon. I think that's how you say it. Archaludon. It doesn't matter. What does matter is what it does. With its Assemble Alloy ability, when played from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you can attach up to 2 Metal Energy from your discard to one of your Metal Pokemon, however you see fit. This is actually a really good ability. It can get a lot of things rolling very quickly. It can get itself rolling, which is kind of what we're going to be using it for mostly. But if need be, it can get a Scizor up and running. It can get a Zamazenta up and running. It can get these other really big metal Pokemon like Dialga, Zamazenta V, Star, I think is the one that's been used the most recently, but is not in this list. But these other really big Pokemon that can really do quite a bit of damage. It does have an attack Metal Defender for Metal. It does 220 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness. Typically, it would be weak to fire, which with Gouging Fire in the meta, it does have a weakness that we do kind of need to be aware of. There's also the new Villain, which is both fire and grass, so we do have to be aware of certain matchups, but for the most part, getting rid of its weakness isn't going to be something that is going to come into play all too often. We are also running Fezandipiti with Flip the Script. If one of your Pokemon were knocked out on your opponent's turn, you can go ahead and draw 3 cards, but you can't use more than 1 Flip the Script per turn, kind of like Quick Search in a way with Pidgeot. We're also running the Scizor. I really like this. I think it's a good addition. I saw a couple people running it, and with its Punishing Scissors attack for 1 metal, it does 10 plus 50 damage for each ability on your opponent's side of the field. So this very easily, depending on how your matchups go, say something like, I don't know, anything that runs Ogerpon, you're probably going to be hitting for 210. Anything that runs, say, like Charizard, we're going to be potentially hitting for over 300. These are the ones that are really going to be what we're looking for. We want to have those good matchups with this. We do have the Relicanth with its Memory Dive ability. Each of your evolved Pokemon can use any attack from previous evolutions, but they do need to have the prerequisite energy, which is actually something that's really awesome, because then we can use Duraludon's attack, which says for every damage counter on this Pokemon, do 10 more damage, so we can rack up a little bit on an Archaludon and smash something with the damage that's on it, knowing that it's going to get knocked out and we could potentially just evolve next turn. We do have Radiant Greninja with its Concealed Cards ability, Ditch and Energy, draw 2 cards. Iron Bundle with its Hyper Blower. If it's on the bench, you can discard it and force them to switch something. They get to choose what they are switching. And we also have the Zamazenta with its Metal Shield ability. If this Pokemon has any energy attached to it, it takes 30 less damage, which is always really nice, being able to take an extra hit potentially. Also, with its Retaliate attack, Metal Colorless, it does 100 plus 120 more if any of your Pokemon were knocked out on your opponent's turn. So this, in tandem with Fezandipiti, we're drawing cards, we're doing extra damage. Stuff like Ogerpon goes down. Obviously, stuff like the Fezandipiti, Munkidori, anything like Squawkabilly, Pecharunt, Rotom, all those are getting knocked out very easily by this one prize Pokemon, so we dig it. Our supported lineup is pretty simple, I think. 4 Research, 3 Iono, 2 Boss, and 1 Turo. Research says, hey, ditch your hand, draw 7. Iono says both players shuffle their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, draw however many prize cards they have remaining. Boss's Orders says take a bench Pokemon on your opponent's side and bring it active. And Professor Turo, which is going to come in pretty handy, I think, says put one of your Pokemon in play into your hand, discard all cards attached to it. So there could very easily be a Duraludon on bench, Archaludon up front, we Turo all that, pick it up because it's got a bunch of damage, we don't want to give them the prize, put that Archaludon back onto the Duraludon that we had on bench, load up energy, and swing. I think we have a pretty standard lineup of items. I do like the idea of the Pokemon catchers. We're kind of wanting to target down a lot of those 210, 220, 230 HP Pokemon that we see a lot of. Stuff like Roaring Moon with 230, stuff like Cornerstone and or any of the Ogre at 210. All of the small stage 2s like... all of the small all of the small basics like Luminion and Rotom, anything that's pretty much 230 and below, we're really wanting to target so we can just take 2 prize knockout, so on and so forth. And the Pokemon Catcher is going to help us do that. We are running the Prime Catcher as our A spec. Bring up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active. If you do that, you switch one of your bench to the active. So with that, we can just bring up an Ogerpon, we can bring up a Rotom, smash it, and not really worry about it. With our high HP, we're not really worried about the Okos from, say, something like a Charizard. We can kind of pick and choose our battles. Other than that, we are running the Vitality Band. Vitality Band says the Pokemon this card is attached to does 10 more damage. This is what allows us to hit those 230 ranges, and there are some of those out there. We are, lastly, running the PokéStop. PokéStop says discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you have an item, you can put it in your hand. That's the deck list. It's pretty simple. It's a very tight as far as your Pokemon selection and your energy selection, but I think that's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, so with this deck, I like the idea of going first. We want to be able to get those Archaludons up and running as fast as possible. It's really kind of important. If we go second, that's okay. The more damage they put on a Duraludon, the better it kind of ends up for us. Let's go ahead and put that there, and we'll see where we go from here. Okay, so we're probably going to end up into a Charizard matchup would be my guess. We can attach there and end our turn. The more abilities they put down, the better. We do have the Scizor for the next turn, so we could very easily be using this Pokemon Catcher to bring up their 1 Charmander or their 1 Pidgey, depending on what it is, and seeing what we could be doing. Now, with the counter gain, it
surprise, motherfucker,
makes me okay. Okay, so this okay. No, this is slacking. Okay, this is weird. Okay, slacking. I see you. Okay, I saw a Pidgey and I saw the other slack off. What I would rather be doing here is taking that Pidgey if I can. We will attach here. We can go ahead and Pokemon Catcher. Let's see if we get it, and we do. We will be bringing up that Pidgey. Here, you know, I don't like their hand being as big as it is. We can add that to Duraludon, and we can just go ahead and Iono. 9 cards is a lot, so we're pretty happy with this here. We'll go ahead and Earthen Vessel away this Metal Energy, getting 2 more. That's fine. We can use it for Professor's Research. I don't mind the Hyper Blower here, just in case. And I think we can hold off for this second. I don't want them to know that we have the Fez. I don't want them to target it or anything like that. So we'll just go ahead and Punishing Scissors for 2. 10, taking out this Pidgey so that we're kind of staving off their Pidgeot for a while. We don't want them to have Pidgeot. We don't want them to have anything like that right this second. We are hitting every one of these slack off, so we're gonna be okay. Okay, Fezandipiti down. I don't like that we gave it to them, but we now know for a fact that we have it. And we're also hitting for 160, which is pretty decent. We're going to leave Fan Rotom as long as we can. Arven drops down, I would imagine, gets a... Okay, gets the Ultra Ball. He might actually... Or... If he doesn't already have it, I think he has it. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing he'll already have it. Rare Candy into Slack Off, or Slacking, I should say. Okay. 280. We are hitting for more now. We're hitting for 210, so that's good. A 340 HP Pokemon is not particularly swell here. Let's see if your opponent has no it can't attack right now. So as long as we don't add to it, we can just smack this slacking as many times as we want. I'm okay with that. We have another Iono. We can go ahead and drop this. They have a bunch of cards. We'll just go ahead and wait. Hit the Iono. Bring them back down. Okay. A Vitality Band here is not bad at all. And we can go ahead and there's 220. Let's go ahead and get the Earthen Vessel. I don't mind that. We have 1 energy. Yeah, we can go ahead and 220. Swing on the slacking. Right now, we're going to wait. We're not going to evolve that Duraludon until we kind of need to. One thing we can also do is potentially get another Duraludon, and that'll help us out quite a bit. I think we need to get a second Duraludon, so that's something to be aware of. Okay, to get rid of... Okay, we got the other slacking. Okay, what does this other slacking do? Let's look at it. Pokemon is asleep, flip 2 coins. Okay, okay, so it just does really big damage. Okay, we have an Archaludon. I don't mind putting that there, and we'll just go ahead and Professor's Research. See what we get. Another Duraludon. That's good. A Zamazenta down. A PokéStop is fine here. We can go ahead and PokéStop. Okay. Nest Ball here. Okay. We're done. We just won't do anything with that. Pal Pad here, I think, is good. I'd rather get the boss and an yeah, let's get the boss and Iono. We don't want to run out of too many cards. Okay, we'll just go ahead and slap the Vitality Band down on here, and we can go ahead and Punishing Scissors, Night Stretcher, and our Radiant Greninja. Let's see, we have 2 energy in discard. We want to keep this 3rd energy on so that if we do go into an Archaludon, we can just go ahead and put it onto Duraludon, or we can add it to a Zamazenta, depending on what it is and what we have. What I would like to see here is either a Pokemon Catcher or the boss. That's what I would like to see. Okay, a Nest Ball. What we can do here, Pokemon-wise, we do have an Archaludon. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use it. We'll grab the Archaludon so that we can evolve. Taking the 2 energy here and putting it on Zamazenta. We can then retreat Zamazenta, put up our Scizor, Radiant Greninja down so we can draw 2 cards, hopefully getting a boss. Nope. What we can do here, let's go ahead and PokéStop here. We do get the Pokemon Catcher. Okay, this is going to be good. Pokemon Catcher, Bring this up. No, we do not get it. With that, what we can do here is... let's go ahead and Iono them down to 6. With the 3, we might get another Pokemon Catcher, which is fine. We do not, but we do get the Turo, and Turo is actually pretty okay with us. We'll go ahead and Punishing Scissors and take the knockout. He only needs to add 1 more to this to do 240. We're not aiming for that. What we're aiming for is another Pokemon Catcher. I think we've only used 2, so yeah. We're aiming for another Pokemon Catcher. Okay, for a Vigoroth down, Slackoth down, Rare Candy into Pidgey. Nope, into an Iono. That's actually pretty okay with us. We're not going to worry too much about that. Research into an Archaludon. Okay, how many energy do we have? We have 4. Okay. So he should go to sleep. No, he's got therapeutic energy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. With this, we can actually just go ahead and do the Archaludon. That's fine with us. And we get another Duraludon. I'm okay with the PokéStop here. Okay, we get another Pokemon Catcher and the Night Stretcher. So with this, let's Pokemon Catcher here. Do we get it? We do get it. We'll just bring up this Rotom, and we will swing for knockout. And there you go. On to the next one. Okay, so like I said in the last one, we kind of want to go first. The Archaludons being down early is important, but going second also affords us the ability to potentially get energy in the discard and go use a Professor's Research or Ultra Balls, stuff like that, and just kind of play with what we play in the space, as we would say. Okay, we're playing against a Hydreigon. I think this could be fun. Okay, being an Archaludon, that's okay. Okay, a Pidgey. Okay, we'll have to go slow with it, but I think we can do this. Okay, Metal Energy onto Dino, and we are fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves the Radiant. We'll go ahead and conceal cards here. Okay, let's get ourselves a Duraludon here. Let's go ahead and Earthen Vessel away. Getting 2 more Metal Energy. Attach. And we can go ahead and Pokemon Catcher here. Yeah, we don't get it. That's fine. We're not going to worry about it too much. A Pokégear here. You know, I actually don't mind the boss off of this. And I think we can end our turn. One thing that I know that I want to do with this, we could potentially be using Boss's Order to bring up, I don't know, say the Zweilous if they have to manually evolve, or one of the other Pidgeys. Yeah, it's kind of a redundancy here. Okay, or they'll hit the Iono. Didn't have much. We're looking for another Archaludon. That's okay, actually. We're not going to worry about this at all, actually. Call for Family. Puts down, I'm guessing, 2 more Dinos. A Pidgeron and a Fez. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do here? Well, at first, I want to... Let's get rid of the Turo, and let's get rid of the Ultra Ball here. I don't mind getting an Archaludon here. Duraludon down. And we can go ahead and conceal cards here. What do we get? Another... Okay. We can go ahead and throw an energy here. Archaludon. Yes, we will. We'll take the 2. We'll throw them both on Zamazenta. That's fine. Let's Pokégear, see what we get. We do get the boss. Okay. Let's boss's order up the Zwelos. And we can PokéStop here. Okay, that's fine, actually. Let's go ahead and retaliate. And take out this Dino. An Ultra Ball. First thing we're going to do, Professor's Research. I'm not even going to lie to you. We're just going to research here. Trainers-wise, 2 Nest Ball, 2 Ultra Ball. We have more Earthen Vessels. The Pokégear I'm kind of worried about. The Turo and the Boss's Order, I would like to see potentially the Pal Pad off of this Professor's Research, but we'll see what happens. Oof, that hurts. He does need to hit us for 160 to take out this Zamazenta, though. Okay, so we've got 2 Dino, a Crispin. I know you guys can't see this because I'm covering it up, but okay, so we have 2 Energy, Metal, and Darkness. We've got the Crispin here, 2 Dino, and an Iono. Okay, got rid of an Ultra Ball. Used an Ultra Ball, got rid of the Energy, and Ultra Ball is using Arven now. He got Pidgey, so he's gonna go get a Pidgeot. This Pidgeot does not. Okay, I would have thought to evolve Pidgey, but he might be doing Call for Family, or trying to do Call for Family again. We can potentially do, because I know we've got Energy. We've got 2 Energy. Doing another Call for Family, I guess would get the Dino. And we get a Nest Ball. What do we want with the Nest Ball? With Nest Ball, now we can do a Relicanth. Actually, no. We'll go ahead and do that. And we will research here. Let's go ahead and do a concealed cards here. Okay, we've got the Scyther. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a bad idea. Is Scizor in? No, it's a Duraludon. Vitality Band. Yeah. Vitality Band here. So Duraludon in there. We can go ahead and... yeah, let's go ahead and Pokemon Catcher, see what we get off of this. We get it. We're going to pull up that Dino. And we will go ahead and retaliate. Just kind of keep targeting down Dinos. Eventually, he'll concede. Well, there you go. Archaludon EX. I really like this deck. I can see why people are bringing it to regionals and why people actually have some confidence in it. This is a really strong deck. It's powerful. It hits for a lot of damage. It can take a bunch of damage. With the addition of Zamazenta and Scizor, we're not worried about neutralization zones. We're not worried about Mimikyus. We're not worried at all about Cornerstone. This is a deck that really is something that I like a lot. I definitely would take this to a cup or a challenge. I think this is a really strong deck for those. Definitely bring it to your locals. Definitely is a strong word. I don't know that I'm confident in this deck yet, but it's regional worthy, I think. I think it's a sleeper. I think it's got a high HP. It's hard to get rid of. With Turo in there, it's keeping people away from prize cards. This is something that we could really see going pretty far, actually. Do I think it's day 2 worthy? Yes. Do I think it's gonna get you to top 8? The current information that we have off the 2 regionals would say no, but it's entirely possible. Honestly, it is entirely possible. I would not hold it off. Just depends on your matchups and how your RNG goes. If you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that help me continue to do this thing that is wonderful. We just hit 151 subscribers. Yay for the Pokemon number. I appreciate you guys. Genuinely, I appreciate you guys subbing and giving me views. I am just a dumb guy in his room making Pokemon content, so I really do appreciate that. And with that, have fun, stay safe, I love you.